Well, a pregnant woman now in hospital after a rollover crash in Scarborough.
CB24's Phil Perkins is live at the scene for us this morning with the very latest near Neilson and Ellesmere. Really concerning update there, the fact that it's a 6 months pregnant woman involved here, Phil.
Yeah, Nick and Courtney, when we first got the call around 6:30, we understood that a woman was trapped in this vehicle here. It's a Toyota Pathfinder, Highlander is an older model here. This happened around 6:30. You can see it. It's still here until they get the clear to tow it from the parking lot. So what we understand is that the vehicle, it has to be a high rate of speed, somehow went out of the parking lot, mounted the curb, hit this massive rock that's just on the outside of this long-term care home / daycare. It hit that and the tree, and that alone, physics-wise, prevented it from going through the brick into the actual building itself. And as a result of it, it tipped over. The woman inside, which we now learn from Toronto Fire, was a 6 month woman who was 6 months pregnant. She was trapped in there. She was conscious. First responders, paramedics were here first. Firefighters managed to get through the trunk, the back, to stabilize her head to make sure that she is stable and safe there. And you can see just on the top of the roof, she did have a skylight. They eventually cut that open more, kind of peeled it open like a tuna can, and that is how the firefighters were able to get her out. And knowing that she was 6 months pregnant, they had to be extra cautious to get her onto the stretcher. Again, she was conscious. She was able to then be transported to Sunnybrook Hospital. There is a hospital across the street, but Sunnybrook does have the trauma center. They're sending her there for precautionary reasons, just to make sure that she and also the baby are okay. So they're going to keep this here as the investigation is ongoing. We do understand not only was she 6 months pregnant, she also worked or works at this long-term care home. Whether she was leaving from her shift or coming in to put in her shift, we're unsure at this time. But again, she is at Sunnybrook Hospital for precautionary reasons. A woman 6 months pregnant. The single vehicle rollover, there were no other passengers in here. And so once we get the update on how she's doing, that's when they can start towing away the vehicle here, and she can get some of her belongings back. Because if you take a look at some of the belongings in the back of the trunk, you can tell that she is expecting a kid. It seems like she just had a baby shower. There is a kid's bag with kids' clothes in there. Seems to be a present for potentially the father of the baby as well. And so it is a very interesting wrinkle here for some of the first responders. They had to act a little bit extra cautious, knowing that they're dealing not just with one person, but two. Send it back to you guys.
Yeah, we're certainly thinking of that mother and her child right now. Okay, Phil Perkins, thank you for the latest on this investigation this morning.
No problem.